Episode 5. A
Wow.
lot happened.
A lot.
We get Bucky flirting with Sam's sister. John Walker is stripped of, of the shield.
He has brought dishonor to the whole country.
Oh man, let's talk about that because that was really a big question for me going into this episode. How would the U.S. react to the final scene of episode 4? Of, John
They
Walker?
reacted like the U.S. usually reacts. Like, I don't know her. I don't know her. It has nothing to do
Right.
with us. And he's like, no, I am. You made me.
Yes.
And he's like, I
Yeah, pretty much par for the course. How it goes. They're washing their hands clean of this. They know it's a bad look. Probably don't really care that it happened. Don't care at all. But
mainly, I think they're mad that all the money that they're out of
Yeah.
that they put into him.
Yep, just how it goes. Welcome to United States. Wow. What else happened in that?
That Isaiah conversation.
Yeah.
Have to talk about that.
Yeah. Well, I knew he was gonna go back and see that man.
Yeah.
It was just win. That was all. Yeah, I like how he talked about why he went to jail this time. So, obviously, I knew about this in the comics, but there were more that they experimented on. They were on a mission and they were trapped, and basically the military was just going to blow up the camp that had some other black, super soldiers in there. And he was like, nah, bruh, y'all not going to do that to my people.
Which is like a completely Captain America move.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, oh, for sure. That's exactly what Cap would have did. So,
but
they was like, nah.
yeah.
And so I don't know, did they brand, I couldn't tell what it was. Did they just brand him after, they caught?
I really couldn't tell either.
Was it-
It didn't look exactly like a brand, but he did say right after he showed it that they experimented on him. So maybe that was just scars from
Okay,
the
yeah,
experimentation rather than an actual brand. But I was like, it'd be sick and twisted, a brand. So that's what I was expecting.
Yeah. All right.
Like,
True.
Like, you'll forever be our property.
Yeah, but turns out he is the strongest, as far as that super soldier serum that they were using back then. He was the only one that survived, which is just like the comics. Everybody else took it and had effects that were visually present, deformities and all this type of stuff. So he's still preserved. He still looks ripe.
Right for the picking.
Right for the picking. So I hope that's not the last time we see him still. I hope he shows up in the end. I don't think he will.
I don't think he will, because he's supposed to be like in high, like, because again, the whole conversation about the fact that he's like, according to them and according to the world, I'm dead. I don't exist,
for sure.
so I can get peace. So him coming up out the woodwork at the end would be a big surprise. But I just still think that Sam's going to retroactively, let's say, hey, Isaiah Bradley existed, and we're going to give him his roses in death.
Right.
That was due to him.
That would be dope.
Yeah.
That would be dope. The people do need to know that he did exist. And he was just as good as the Cap that we do, worship.
Yeah.
Brother Steve. So, what else happened in this episode? Zemo. He's
no more Zemo.
No more Zemo for the moment.
So they said they're sending him to the raft.
Yes.
I don't know what that is.
So, okay. So the raft that I know of is the one that was in Civil War, where, Falcon, Clinton, all of them were in jail. The boat that's in the middle of the water.
That's the raft?
That's the raft that I know of. So if Wakanda has their own separate raft, it's a whole different story. But that's the raft that I know of. Which would be smart, if. But that says also that, Wakanda is working with the world now. If that's the same thing. They are working with other government officials and everything, and maybe they were part of the decision making in apprehending Baron Zemo, or alerted the Wakandans into that. So I don't know how that goes, but the raft.
The raft.
Absolutely. Bucky calls in a favor like, I need you to help my man out. Give him a little something, whatever it is.
Something.
Of course, being Marvel. they don't show us right now. They're going to make us wait a whole week and speculate.
For the season finale.
By the time Friday come, he going to have a Black Panther suit. That's how people go.
He's going to come there. I like cats. Just bust up in there.
You know how the theories go. You know.
I would love that.
Going to have a red, white, and blue Panther suit.
But I think it's just a new red wing or just a new set of wings, period. But the question is Tor's going to show up in the final fight too?
Yeah. That's what I kind of hope. Because he was really wanting those wings.
Yeah.
And Falcon just leaves them to him. So I hope he does. I think they gave him a whole new suit. A whole new getup.
I think it's a whole new suit too.
You know.
It was so compact, and I'm like, only in Wakanda because you make something so elaborate, so compact.
Absolutely. Maybe his wings are nanotech now.
Ooh,
which will be fire. His whole
be
suit.
Really cool.
Fire. You already know Shuri, she be observing. Oh, he has a wingsuit. I'm going to make my own version.
She'll clown you, though. She'll clown you like, your suit is so primitive. Let's upgrade you.
I'm sure you tried your best.
Yeah.
Man. But, yeah, it was great to see Bucky in Louisiana. That was just a dope, it was a great vibe.
I love him in Louisiana.
You're trying to ship his sister.
I am!
Oh my gosh.
They did so well. They did so good at like having them flirt. It was just so cute. It was so cute. Whether he was playing like with Sam or not, I don't know. It was just cute the way they were flirting. Because, but this is the thing. I think he really was flirting because previously in the show when he's tried to flirt, it hasn't worked that well. And then here, it was, like, smooth. He was just like, hi. And she's like, hi. That is so cute.
Yeah, nobody can resist Buck, I guess.
And he wants a family. And the fact that she got 2 kids running around, and it's also close to Sam, like, this needs to happen. It actually needs to happen because it makes the most sense.
It would be hilarious if it does. I don't know, though. We'll see. Stop shipping Buck. Let Buck do his thing. But
he needs to have his nice happy ending. That's why we have to continue shipping him. Steve got his happy ending with like Sharon.
True.
Also, we need to start shipping Sam with somebody. And not that like these people need to be with people, like need to have like significant others.
They don't.
But it would be nice just to see it, maybe.
Just don't force it. Don't force it. Not yet. Let that tension build over some movies and something like that.
Okay, fine.
You know what I mean? Every time you see her, you flirt with her. Just to mess with Sam, and then maybe eventually.
It's gonna happen.
Maybe eventually.
He smiled after her kids ran away. It's gonna happen. He's already like, Dad, I think I like the sound of that.
Oh, man. Wow. He is part black, though. He got Wakanda on him.
He's white wolf. He's going to watch him tell those kids, in Wakanda, they call me the white wolf. They're going to be like, what?
He got to pull that out. He got to pull that out.
And Sam's going to be like, dog, you got to stop telling folks they call you the white wolf.
Hey,
I can't wait. It has to happen.
I'll pull that out of my bag if the Wakandans call me anything.
They call me the white wolf.
Oh man, what else happened in this episode? I guess this is one of those episodes they just drop bars.
Yeah.
Let's go back to the beginning, man. The fight scene though. The fight scene. Oh my goodness. So I had seen a screenshot of that standoff like a couple days ago. I didn't watch the promo, the episode 5 promo, but I saw a screenshot of that. So I had a good idea that was going to happen, but I thought it would be something like towards the end of the episode. Maybe it builds up to that. They just hopped right into it. It was right after the killing too.
Right in
He just took off, landed in a warehouse. They found him. Tweaking. He was seriously tweaking. He was going through it. Once again, shout out to Wyatt Russell because doing a great job of making us hate you.
By no means am I a person that's like, send Wyatt Russell death threats. Absolutely not. He's an actor. No. This is a TV show.
He's killing it.
But yes, he's an awful character.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, he is a product, I guess, of his environment.
Mm-hmm. He is. He is what the U.S. made him to be. And we all got to deal with it. But he is kind of, I think this. He is the same as most of the characters that, toes the line, like Loki. Even Tony Stark's. We all glance over how many mistakes that Tony has made.
Oh, yeah. No,
but we
Tony's
all
awesome.
seem to love him. We love Loki. The only difference between them and John is, first of all, John wore the suit. First mistake. That's for sure.
Yes.
And he hasn't had his redemptive story yet.
Yeah. I just think...
If he gets one.
I just think, like, with all those other characters, they were unapologetically themselves. Loki's unapologetically himself. Tony's unapologetically himself. And they will straight up make all those bad decisions and everything. Whereas, like, John is trying to be someone else. He's trying to be Cap. And it's like, but you're not Cap. Yeah. You're not Cap. And you're like, I'm trying to be him and you're not. And it's like, but you're not him. There's no point in trying because you're not.
Definitely. And nobody is. Maybe Sam is the closest that you can get to him.
Sam's the closest.
You know, in Isaiah. But you're never going to be him. Yeah. And that's really okay.
And that's okay.
And, you know, I mean, we really didn't get an explanation on the process of choosing him to be Cap. So... I mean, all we can say is it's the government's fault that this all happened because they chose the man. I don't know if there were applications, you know what I mean? He might have wrote up an application to get it. Then, you know, but yeah, it's really not his fault, but still. It's just that, you're not Steve and you're messing up a lot of stuff, man.
A lot of stuff.
A lot of stuff. And you're probably going to continue to do so. But...
And we see now he's making his own shield, which you already know daggone well, at least we think that it's not vibranium, it's just some regular metal. So what you gonna do with this paper mache shield? Like,
he's gonna be out here, you know, towing the line of good and evil. I think his intent is right. He just don't know how to control himself. He's not used to losing. You know what I mean? He's the athlete that was always great in high school. Nobody was ever better than him. He never lost a match. None of that.
In that scenario, he literally is Captain America. Because, again, it's like, I'm doing my best to protect everybody. And it's like, but how you went about it? It's stuff got messed up in translation. And, again, historically, that's exactly what America be doing. But moving on to, like, you know, along with John Walker, we have Val. We have Val.
Oh yeah.
So I was looking at Twitter, see what y'all were saying in the Twitter streets, and so it sounds like she's going to be Madam Hydra, and we were supposed to initially be introduced to her in Black Widow. So maybe we'll probably see Julia Louis-Dreyfus again in July with Black Widow. So is he going to be working for Hydra now? Is he going to be a free agent, or is he going to be like working for Hydra now?
It's a good question.
Also, is Hydra back?
Well, I don't ever think Hydra is ever going to go anywhere. They're always going to have little sleeper, what they call them, sleeper cells. You know, little small factions here and there that still have power and influence somewhere. They're never going to go completely away. That's an interesting thing with him. I don't know if he's going to become, so, you know, obviously the comics, there's U.S. Agent, who's basically a sketchy character that toes the line of good and evil. You know, and kind of tries to be like Cap still. Or is he going to be the new version of Cap in the comic books, the Hydra Cap, which would be... I don't know if that's too soon. That just happened a couple years ago, so... But, you never know. I love what they're doing, though. That's all I know. I'm glad they're not killing off John Walker, because we just need those type of characters to add extra branches to the story of the MCU. And you gotta give him a chance to redeem himself. If he stays evil, then hate. But he's gonna do something to make y'all think about it. I can almost guarantee it.
Can't wait for that, cause like, you know, I fine. I'll retire me hating John Walker now that he doesn't have the shield anymore, and he's kind of been stripped of his benefits. But it's just like, you are literally a disappointment to like the world. To my personal life.
Not your personal life, no. Your personal life.
Disappointment to my personal life. And it's like, I would just like it if you weren't there. My personal life. Like, forget the world, Craig. My personal
personal
world. You're a disappointment to me.
I mean, Yeah, man. He's even when he lied to the Lamar's family, it's like, yeah, us on the outside, yeah, we know you lying like a mug.
That I don't know if that was his wife or his sister. I think it was his sister.
It
But
probably
she
was.
knew. You could look in her eyes.
Kind of
She
did.
knew.
She looked like
She was
knew.
like the way she did that up and down to him. She knew.
We all know what that eyeball means. But was it a good thing for the parents to tell that lie?
Yeah.
It's kind of one of those things like, do you want them feeling like their captor is still, their son's murderer is still out there in these streets, or do you want that, that feeling of justice given to them? So
one thing about black people is we know we're never going to get justice for nothing. So
yeah, but knowing that he's dead, that's kind of one of those things.
Yeah, I guess
that's
so.
the closest to justice, maybe in their eyes. I don't know. Maybe we'll get more of that. Probably not. That was probably their only scene. But yeah, I don't know. John Walker, make the Funko Pop though. I want the Funko Pop with the blood on the shield.
No!
I want it. It's the most... think of it this way. Captain America, the OG Steve, and you can put Isaiah in there. He's the Captain America that... he's the idea of America. Mm-hmm. He's the idea. John Walker is America, though. He is the America that we know. He really is. That's the best way I can compare it. I heard that's the explanation I heard sometime earlier this week, and I was like, that is absolute truth. Steve Rogers is the idea of America. John Walker is America.
Reality.
Yes, he is the reality of America. So you really got to be able to face that and look at it and be like, yep, America has blood on its hands. That's what the shield represents. It's funny because somebody said that in a podcast after I said it. I think Malcolm Spellman was like, we didn't go into the writer room actually thinking of that. But it's interesting to see that you can draw those comparisons after we tell a story, and you can see the parallels in America, and you can make these symbols and give them real meaning and it be true. So,
yeah, I feel like America will come in with the greatest intentions.
Yeah.
The greatest intentions into a situation, and then leave, and it's just a lot more bloodshed than anybody was really anticipating. Mm-hmm. It's like, okay, what did you help? What did you help? Like,
other than yourself.
Other than your own daggone self.
That is it.
Interesting.
Oh, man. So much more to break down in this episode. We can't really just run it beat by beat, but there was a lot that happened, and I can't wait to actually watch it again and get into a breakdown, which we will do on probably Sunday or Monday. Mm-hmm. Any last thoughts?
I think Sharon's a power broker. I'm jumping that ship. Yeah, I think she is the power broker.
I have no idea. Remember I said I hope she's not, or you were saying. So I heard a theory a couple days ago, and I loved it so much. So
let us know.
The power broker being Wilson Fisk, or AKA the Kingpin. I know you haven't, it's from Daredevil, and he is such a great villain.
This Kingpin is different from Kingpin, Spider-Man Kingpin?
Spider-Man. Oh, that was, who was that? Who played that part? Was it Michael Clark Duncan?
No, I don't know. I don't think so.
But yeah, he is, like in the Spider-Man comics and all that. Yeah, that Kingpin.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, Michael Clark Duncan, I think, played Kingpin in one of the Spider-Man movies, the early ones, or something else. But yeah, so that Kingpin. And if you watch Daredevil, you'll understand why I'm so hype if that's the case. Because he's simply the most ruthless dude I've ever seen in TV, other than the Punisher. Other than him. But he always has good intentions, though. That's the thing. He is very Thanos-esque. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't really want to speculate on Power Broker because that seems to be like a very small portion of this show.
Yeah.
And I don't know how they're going to tie that up. So
he's gonna have to come in another like come big in another later movie, which I would see him coming in Multiverse of Madness, maybe Spider-Man, because we're getting Spider-Man around Christmas, right?
Yeah.
So maybe
I would say if it's any one of them that will come in, I would say it's Shang-Chi.
Okay, that makes
sense. Just because it's more grounded, even though there's going to be mystical elements of Shang-Chi, maybe dragons and things of that nature. But otherwise, yeah, I don't know where it is. I do think this series personally may be a candidate for another season, though.
Please! I just see Bucky and Sam on the boat and the flirtation with Sarah, and then Bucky like becoming like a stepdad to these kids. I just need that. I need to see what that is. Like, how funny and awkward would that be? Like, how strange. Man. I need to see it.
They trying to fix the boat. She trying to ship everybody. Rock the boat.
We turned this boat into a ship.
Oh, man. All right. Well, let's get out of here. All right. Tell the folks where they can find us one more again.
Hit us up on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok at simply_marvelous. That's Marvel and us. And follow us while we'll let you know when we have new content coming out your way. And also don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell so you get notifications when we have new videos coming towards you.
Not them.
Not
but
them.
You
We're
heard?
making this for you. You. I couldn't think of a song real quick, so I just made my own melody.
I just made up a whole new song.
Melody.
Hey, dropping this summer. It's just called You.
You.
All right. I'm Anton.
And I'm Taylor Day.
And we are Simply Marvelous. And we out this piece.